Hi, welcome back to the Skunk Juice studio. Glad you made it today. Hey, I wanted to say thank you again for all of the reviews and the likes and the page forwarding, the emails forwarding, the video forwarding of the last reading of the split pea soup caper. Guys, it is all the way in India. Thank you, Anji, for sharing it with your family in India. That's so exciting. Okay, so today we have book number 2, which is another true story that happened to my daughter and I, Bailey Lyons. And we rescued a baby skunk, for real, from our dog's mouth. And we were both sprayed with skunk juice right before our cousin Martha's wedding. What happened? Let's read, okay? Ready? This is Skunk Juice. So exciting. Okay. Can you see? Yes. I just love waking up on Saturday morning. Yawn, stretch. Oh, today is going to be so much fun. This afternoon, my little brother named Bobby Lee, my mom, and I are going to our cousin Martha's wedding. We get all dressed up and eat yummy wedding cake. Have to look our Sunday best. First, we have to do our chores after breakfast. Bobby Lee and I have to stack wood from the wood pile out by the back fence for our fireplace for when winter comes. I love fire. Okay, after we have our breakfast, Mom set out our garden gloves. She wants to make sure our fingers do not get those nasty splinters in them from the wood. While putting on our gloves, all we could hear was our dog Biff barking. Bark, 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 bark. Biff was jumping up and down, bouncing all around like someone had put ants in his pants. Woof, woof, bark, 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 bark. On and on. When we started walking towards the wood pile, Biff stopped barking. Biff turned around and looked at us like he had just been caught eating the last cookie out of the cookie jar without asking first. Biff's eyes were dancing, but there was something hanging out of his mouth that was dancing too. Biff, what's in your mouth? I'm glad I still have my gloves on because I pried open Biff's mouth and pulled out a black and white tail with a baby skunk attached. This baby was more scared than I was. I held on to the little thing, holding her close to my heart. I really had already decided to name her Crystal. Crystal was so cute. Her little black eyes were shining up at me, and her tail was rising up too. Do you know what happens when a skunk raises its tail? We were all being sprayed with yucky, smelly skunk juice. Mom! Bobby Lee screamed. Mom came running down the steps, and before she could get to the wood pile, she covered her nose. Oh no, she said. Don't panic. Mom, this is Crystal. I pulled her out of Biff's mouth. Mom was brave and said, Bobby Lee, take Biff into the garage to stay and bring me the water bucket. Bailey, Rebecca, you will still have your gloves on. Stay there and hold Crystal. I need to check to see how much tomato juice we have. What? Why tomato juice? I asked. Your grandpa Bob always said that if you were ever sprayed by a skunk, wash yourself with tomato juice, for it would take away the skunk smell, and then you would smell just like roses. He always smiled when he would say that. Now we all get to try Grandpa's recipe. Bobby Lee brought the bucket. Mom pulled some grass to make a soft little bed for Crystal, our new baby skunk. Of course, we could not keep her. Crystal needed to be released back into the woods to find her mommy and daddy and keep away from Biff. While in the car, I held onto the bucket. The woods were not too far from our home. When we arrived, we all walked up to where the bushes and trees began and gently laid the bucket on its side, and out waddled Crystal. She waddled to the bushes, looked back at us with those cute little black button eyes, and it was like she was waving us goodbye with her tail, saying, "Thank you for saving me." She quickly waddled away. Shoo! Mom, we all stink. Cousin Martha's wedding is in less than 2 hours. I know, Mom said. We're headed to the store right now because we all need to take a tomato juice bath. You, me, Bobby Lee, and Biff. First, we need lots of cans of tomato juice. Then we will all smell just like roses, like your grandpa would say. Bobby Lee stood as straight and proud as a president and announced, "We just got sprayed by a skunk." People at the grocery store stopped and looked up from their grocery carts, giving us all funny looks when we walked in. Some people were holding their nose. Some people were frowning. Some people were coughing. And some people were running away. The cashier said, "Oh boy, we can tell, and I bet you want the tomato juice on aisle 3. The cashier must have known our grandpa. When we got home, Mom gave her instructions. "Bobby Lee, bring Biff into the bathroom while I run the bathwater and get the tomato juice. We will wash Biff first. Next, Bobby Lee, Sis, then me, in that order. 2 great big cans of tomato juice each. Wash your hair and all over with the juice. Put all of your skunk juice clothes into this laundry bag." Getting Biff into the bathtub was no problem. He wanted that skunk juice off as much as we did. We washed Biff first with his doggy shampoo, then poured tomato juice all over him, rubbed it in, and started laughing out loud. Biff looked like a ketchup-covered tater tot. After everyone was washed and dressed in their Sunday best, with no time to spare, we left to pick up Grandma. Got to the church on time, Grandma would say. Glad we sprayed the air freshener in the car before we left. As soon as Grandma sat in the front seat and before she even buckled her seatbelt, she took a big whiff with her nose, and before we could tell her about our skunk juice adventure, Grandma said, "It smells just like roses in here." We all giggled. "What's so funny?" Grandma asked. "Grandpa taught us an important lesson today. Be sure to always wear your work gloves when you remove a baby skunk out of your pet's mouth, and to always keep tomato juice on hand to wash that skunk juice off. Then you will smell just like roses." We know because we all did it today. Thank you, Grandpa, for your skunk juice recipe. The end. Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed skunk juice. And it's really true. Do not try this at home. Do not take a baby skunk out of your dog's mouth. Call your parents. And always remember the tomato juice. Always keep it on hand. But I wanted to say thank you again. I think I forgot to tell you last time, but the books are available at barnesandnoble.com and Amazon. So I hope to see you again the next week, and we'll go on book number 3, which is called Operation Funny Bone. And it's another true story. Why these true stories? I like to share. things that have happened to me that I can relate to and write about. So that book, Operation Funny Bone, is about the mouse that lived in my cubicle, my office, my desk drawer, while our office was being remodeled. Sounds kind of weird, huh? But find out what happens to the mouse. So have a great week ahead. Sending love and hugs. And remember, read, wash your hands. Read, wash your hands. Read, wash your hands. Okay. Read, wash your hands. Have a great day.